Welcome back to Money Talks. Hope your summer is summer goes by too quick here in Western New York, doesn't it? This is a place where money meets politics. We have a lot of fun with this show. Mike Lomas, Glenn Wiggle, many of you may know us from our radio show on News Radio 930 WBEN every Saturday from 1 to 3. Just like the radio show, this is where money meets politics. We have a ton of fun with this show. We do manage money for a living Monday through Friday. We have a team of experts, whether it's estate planning, retirement planning, Social Security planning, Medicare planning, 401k planning. Use our team as a resource, 633-1515, 633-1515. Before the break, we were talking a little bit about just the dysfunction in New York State. But before we go to Mike Hoeflich, certified Social Security claiming strategist, head of our Social Security team and a huge part of our retirement planning team, you just said something funny during the break. We heard Brian Higgins over the weekend. It was over the weekend. Talking about roads and bridges. We got no money for roads and bridges to move the Skyway. Like, well, didn't you just give a factory $1 billion? That's a lot of roads and bridges.
About $150 million to tear down the Skyway. So
right.
He wants.
They can't find it though. They can't find it anywhere. But to give it to a business that has a zero track record of making any money, no problem.
Go ask Elon Musk. He's got it.
Go ask your buddy Cuomo, Brian. By the way, Brian, you're welcome to come on the show anytime. I know you won't return any of our calls, but you're welcome to come on.
Love to have you.
Love to have you. Certified Social Security claiming strategist Mike Hoeflich. You're going to host the show, right?
I think
I mean, in the next few weeks, you're going to fill in, help us fill in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Did you know that, or?
I just learned of it this morning. I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it.
We try to get a big chunk of our office involved. Yeah. You know, a lot of folks, because you're one of only 4 folks in the entire state that are certified as a certified Social Security claiming strategist, and I've always said there's a few, I call them knockoffs out there, where they think they know about Social Security, but they're not certified in it. You are, but you ended up becoming certified in Social Security, but continue to stress you have to look at the bigger picture when it comes to investment planning.
No doubt, and a lot of people out there that claim to know a little bit about Social Security claiming, they decide to just go out to the longevity analysis software, and instead of saying, hey, congratulations on your upcoming retirement, let's talk about how you want to live in retirement, they're basically asking people to say, just give me an idea of when you think you're going to die, because then I can tell you the most optimal way to claim your Social Security benefits. I always thought that felt weird, and when I started looking into it...
Yeah, that is weird. Like, hey, great, you're retired. When do you think you're going to die? Let's plan that out.
It's awful, because people already are anxious about how am I going to make this work? I'm not going to have to report to that factory or that office ever again. How am I going to make my income work? I always thought you really have to understand first the big picture. What do you want to do in retirement? How much guaranteed, inflation-adjusted, tax-favorable income do you want in your retirement years? It requires you to look at the forest through the trees, so to speak.
And something Mike always says is there's the financially right answer, like what looks good on paper, but then there's the right answer. And sometimes you have to look at, health and the spouse and the other assets. And, sometimes the financially right answer, like, well, if you live to 85, you should do this, is not always the real right answer for families, right?
And I actually borrowed that from you, because you would always say to clients, do you want the MBA answer?
Right.
Or do you want the touchy-feely answer?
Yeah, the MBA answers are easy. We all can use our
calculators or software.
We've got the calculators, the software. It's the attitudes that you have to make sure you've assessed. And if it's 2 people, you've got to talk to your spouse, and you got to make sure you're in sync. We all could attest to that our spouses matter when it comes to the decisions we all make.
Absolutely.
Doesn't your spouse? I know we're brother-in-laws. Both of our wives make all the decisions. We don't need to worry about that.
Not mine. Not mine.
Sure,
I make all the decisions.
This is live TV, Mike. Your DVR is set.
I can't fool you. I know that.
No, that's for sure.
That's funny. Well, after the break, let's talk more about education. You've got some educational workshops coming up at the Buffalo Marriott, along with Ron Reinstein.
Yep.
Ron's part of our divorce team at the Financial Guys, but also part of the retirement planning team. You're going to talk about Social Security planning at these workshops, retirement planning, how they all come together.
More the bigger picture for all ages.
Yeah. Triple threat, right?
You got it.
If you need us throughout the week, folks, use us as a resource, 633-1515, if you'd like to pop into our office and interview our team. A lot of the stuff we talk about, whether it's money or politics, we post to our Facebook page. So make sure you are friends with us on Facebook or like us on Facebook at FinGuys. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be back here. I almost said News Radio 930 WB. Yeah, look, I'm on TV, WGRZ, 633-1515. We'll be right back after the break here. Welcome back to Money Talks right here on WGRZ every Tuesday, 11:30 to noon. Thank you to WGRZ for allowing us to do the show. This is where money meets politics. We have a ton of fun with this show. Need us throughout the week, folks, 633-1515, and like us on Facebook. Our website, by the way, thefinancialguys.com. If you have specific financial questions, thefinancialguys.com. If you do not like the show, please don't send us nasty emails. We don't bother. Every once in a while, we'll laugh at them. The emails are all the same. You were just about ready to invest $1 billion with us, but you found out something you didn't like. Don't bother. Don't waste your time. In studio with us, by the way, Mike Lomas, Wiggle Financial Guys, Mike Hoeflich, certified Social Security claiming strategist, one of only 4 in the entire state. And we do a lot of education in our firm, a lot of educational workshops, series. We have a relationship with AAA where we do a lot of, if you're a AAA member, you do a lot of workshops actually at AAA for their members, whether it's retirement planning, estate planning, and Social Security planning. But you have a few workshops coming up in August here.
Yeah, and I like to just preface this before I give a couple dates. Workshops, seminars, whatever you want to call them, they're meant to be broad, general. You can't address everyone's needs. As a teacher in my former life, I realized I couldn't really reach every student and every parent at the same time. Sometimes it took unique moments to sit with kids or the parents or even administrators at certain specific times and address unique needs. So I always say, go to the seminars, learn, but ask questions and then follow up and see us. See me if you need specific help about claiming Social Security benefits. See Ron Reinstein if, God forbid, you have to go through the divorce kind of planning. But so we've often addressed different topics like estate planning, college planning, Social Security claiming. What Ron Reinstein and I are going to be doing, and Ron's one of our senior wealth managers at our office, he and I are partnering up on a triple threat series. We're launching it on August 8th. That's Tuesday, August 8th, 6 p.m. Seating's limited, so clearly you want to call ahead. The triple threats that we're going to address to launch this are the idea of wealth accumulation and distribution, Social Security claiming and optimization, but also tax efficiencies. Now, this isn't just for people who are ready to retire. This is for people who just got jobs and are trying to figure out, what should I do to best save for retirement? Yeah. How do I accumulate a strong Social Security record? And then the taxes that we all face, can you just help me understand these taxes and what I can do to be most efficient with it?
Yeah, we've had Esther Gulius on the show quite a bit, and she always tells us, look, it's not what you make that's important, it's what you keep.
Right,
and
exactly.
Really
and Social Security is a tax-favored income stream, potentially, if you do it right?
Absolutely, but we've also had business owners, though, who decide to claim their own income in certain ways. It has very unintended circumstances later on when they don't have a strong earnings record of reportable earnings later on. Those are the kinds of things that even if you're not ready to claim Social Security, you can find out now and start planning. And again, the forest through the trees idea. You know, the idea, if you fail to plan to fail, all of those apply when you're trying to figure out how are you going to make income work now and then into your retirement years.
So August 8th, 6 p.m.
August 8th, 6 p.m., Buffalo Niagara Marriott, 1340 Millersport Highway up in Amherst.
And these are all educational, right? So no product talk or anything else like that?
That's all it is. We inform, educate, empower. I always think it's important to empower the people we meet, because they're smart people. You guys, let's face it, well, besides Glenn, as we said, Glenn, we meet a lot of smarter people than us that we just want to give the education to.
Right. I want to also plug, we have our Super Forum. It'll be the second time we've done this. You organized it last year, which was awesome. Yeah. We've got about a minute left here, so you know, that's November 4th,
November 4th, and that, again, that's a multiple topic, all day long, a live radio show from the Buffalo Marriott, in fact. So this time it's going to be at the Buffalo Niagara Marriott, roughly 11 o'clock in the morning until about 4 p.m. Right at when our show ends, then we'll just have
different breakouts all day, different topics.
Breakouts. Last year, though, some people went to like the Medicare breakout, Social Security breakout, and retirement planning breakout.
Yeah.
So,
the only problems with it were that people wanted to see more topics and wanted it to go longer. Those were pretty nice compliments.
Yeah,
and,
no doubt.
We're working on the planning right now.
Fabulous.
633-1515, by the way, if you're interested in attending one of those workshops. Again, Buffalo Marriott, August 8th, 6 o'clock, and November 4th, we'll have our all-day breakout. So look, on behalf of WGRZ, the financial guys, we'll see you next week here on Money Talks. Thanks, and have a safe and great week. Take care.